You know, the title applies to pretty much anything that can be classified as a product, but we talk about games here, and it always makes me sad to see good games either get a bad reception or fail to succeed commercially. Unfortunately, this happens really often in the gaming industry, because there's many other factors other than the game's quality that decide if a game fails or not. For starters, there's bugs, glitches, hacking, and other issues. You could call this part of the game's quality, but whatever. My point is that it doesn't matter how great the actual core of the game is if this exists. Just look at what happened to Cyberpunk 2077. Next up, there's pricing and monetization, and especially nowadays. People are willing to wait for sales, and with so many incredible games at ridiculous prices, nobody wants to buy an $80 game, and that's for AAA. If you're pricing your indie game anywhere above $30, you're literally sabotaging yourself. Monetization can also be a deal breaker. If the game is too pay to win, or if it has an expensive subscription, many people will choose not to play it. But there's also factors completely alienated from the game, like marketing. I cannot count the amount of times a game has come out in the past 5 years, and the only mentions about it in social media were, oh, this game just came out, I didn't even notice. Suffice it to say, most of these games failed. Finally, there's the aspect that nobody wants to acknowledge. Luck. You can do everything right and still fail, or do everything wrong and somehow succeed. A big streamer can decide to build your game, a tweet about it can go viral, etc. Any game is at the mercy of humanity and the countless algorithms that plague the internet. Now, when a single player game fails, it's not the end of the world. The biggest tragedy is when online games die and become unplayable, a fear that's way too common among the gacha community. I myself am scared that Duel Night Abyss will die. I stopped playing back in 1.1 because I just had no time, but since then the game has suffered from nothing but tragedies. They may not have handled everything perfectly, but I don't think they deserve all of that. But to be fair, these games I've mentioned at least had a chance, unlike games that don't even see the light of day, but that's a topic for another short.